I used to carve all these wood pieces out, cut them, sand them, round them off, stain them. That's bamboo. That's a slice of bamboo. And I would burn that little piece inside. These are coconut shell sent to me from Puerto Rico. I sliced them up and stained them a little bit. Probably rubbed them in some kind of wood oil. This is the stand I built to hold my leather bracelets, and I was doing all kinds of creative stuff, trying to put all kinds of layers of fabric, and those designs, I had them laser cut, and then I'd overlay them, some like that design right there, and that design, and then I'd overlay them. This particular stand, I built it so that it would display them like this at an angle, so you could look down at them comfortably and pick them up and try them on. But then afterwards, it totally flipped over itself and folded up into like a flat suitcase with a handle, and I could carry it out. And I literally would put a piece of foam over these leather pieces and then flip it and fold it up and carry it out with all the leather pieces staying in their spot. So I didn't have to like set them up and break them down every single time and put them away when I would move from like daily craft shows from place to place. I could set them up. Literally, I could do a day show and then close it up and go and do like a nightclub later that night. And there wasn't too much setup or, you know, breakdown. You can see the little stand in the background. It has the same idea, like those necklaces. Put a piece of foam over that, and then I would just fold the whole thing up. It's a better view of that. That's the original slogan. Abalone. Some nice jasper. Here's one of my original kiosk displays. Everything was black back then. It was like black velvet. It's not a really good angle, but you can kind of see a few things. That's the first cuff I ever attempted. There's the airbrush painted and wood burn etched leather bracelets. I found this cool way you could layer it with the spray paint, put like different layers of different colors, and then you take the wood burner and turn it sideways, and as you would burn through it pretty quickly, it would reveal the colors underneath. So you could get like really wild, you can see a little bit with the mountains. You can get like cool shading effects and stuff. It's just a lot of fun, just having fun. It's like doodling, but you're burning right into leather, and it burns much faster. The wood burner actually burns slow on wood, but it goes through leather as fast as you can draw. There you go, you can see some of the color patterns in there. Nice arrowhead. It's one of my first state fairs. I used to call it tribal jewelry because it was like earthy and bohemian, and all human peoples come originally from tribes. I cut out those giant wooden letters. Each one was like a foot high. And then I would hang them there, and I built that little scaffolding thing just for the state fair. And I actually had little speakers hanging off there. Oh, I used to, you can see them right there. I used to actually blast out music across the state fair, like all kinds of just fun, different, eclectic songs I'd find from all around the world, or 70s hippie songs and stuff. More cool jasper. This is a holiday piece. Really like how that one came out. I designed that wood burn, that laser cut piece. I drew it and I sent it out to be laser cut, and it had a really unusual design that wasn't totally symmetrical. So I took two of the pieces and flipped them and glued them together, and so you have like a 3D effect where one is playing off of the other because they don't line up perfectly. So it looks like a tapestry, like a real branchy thing, like almost organic. I think that was someone's request to put a shark tooth, to wrap a shark tooth into this jasper stone. And that was one of the indoor state fairs, one of the earlier ones. It's a fun piece. There's this flat coconut shell on the sides there. More arrowheads. That was a wild, fun one. More airbrush painted and wood burned leather wallets. I should really put this on a camera stand. I'm like shaking the camera, trying to hold it with one hand. I love those colors. Crystals. Nice piece with two very simple beads. Oh, that's an earring, so there must have been two of them. Steampunk. And that's a canvas in the background that I painted different shades of green with again with the airbrush spray paint. Pretty glass rings. A lot of wild wraps. This is actually pipe. It's real pipe I got from the hardwood store. This one mall manager insisted that my kiosk look super rustic and cool by actually having real pipe. And it sounds really cool, but these things were heavy and annoying and difficult. I had to pay, like I was getting a real plumbing job done. I had to have them cut a certain size and fitted with the right fittings, and then installing them myself on the kiosk. I was trying to get them to line up right, and they're moving all over the place, and they weigh a ton. It was a mini nightmare, but then it did look really cool when it was done. It's another handmade display with the canvas painted. That's another bracelet display. That one I made for a railing. I bought railing wood made for handrails, and I cut it and sanded it and stained it. Kind of gave it a rustic look. Pretty bracelets. Upside down pendants. Chunky rings. I love how the colors came out on that. I think a customer requested that. It's like really earth tone and then this marble blue just popping in the middle. It's a lot of soda light, I think. I like the asymmetry of this piece. That ring came out really nice, I think, with the heart. Believe it or not, that's 18 gauge. It's just really zoomed in. I think this woman commissioned a bunch of these pieces. That's why I have a whole bunch of photos of them. This is burlap. You can see it really up close, but if you ever make a frame, get a picture frame and line it with burlap. I spray painted it black, but earring hooks poke so easily in the burlap, and people can pull them out and stick them back, try them on without any help. I find that photographing with this, especially with when I was using my Samsung phone a lot, like photographing silver looks better on white, and photographing everything else looks better on black or dark colors as a background. I love the stone combo on that. And that's it. That's some photos I had made into a book that I'd taken over the last 8 years of making jewelry and doing it full-time, traveling around the country. They're not giving me a cut for this, but the Groove Book is a pretty cool thing. You can send them like 100, this is literally 100 photos, and you can send them, if you sign up for their membership, they'll send you one of these once a month. You give them 100 photos, they make it into a book, and mail it to you. And it's literally like $5 for the whole thing, for shipping and everything. It's a really cool deal. I need to have more of these made. Anyway, you guys have an awesome day and make some cool jewelry and join the Facebook group and show me what you make.